Y'all motherfuckers lucky I love y'all. Cause I wanted to stretch out one more for y'all this week. And this video right here is called Pretty Privilege. Basically, it's basically saying women got it easy. And they do, cause like they can make a OF and be set for life. Or they could just pull a rich man, I guess. Or some shit. But this video is called Pretty Privilege. I might not even say that much. I might just watch the fucking video.
Hey, if you've had pretty privilege like your whole life, can you stitch this and tell me like what your worldview is? Like, do you think that people are really nice? Because I just recently got like
Or this also a thing you could get when you become like high status or whatever. Or have a lot of money. Not just necessarily
a
looks.
degree of pretty privilege, and it has been insane how kind people are when they find you attractive. And it is very hurtful, I'll tell you that much. People who literally wouldn't even look at me before now like, or they go out of their way to be kind to me, and I'm like, hey, like that's cool, good for me, because now I'm privileged. But like, what is it? Like, it's not even their fault. It's probably like a completely subconscious thing, or unconscious, or I don't know, whatever. But like, rude. Hey, if you've had pretty privilege like your whole life, can you stitch this and
Yes, girl, let's talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Okay, so let me get my credentials out of the way really quickly. A few years ago, I looked like this. Now I look like this, and that has given me the power to experience both the best and the worst that pretty privilege has to offer. Also,
Yeah, cause if you're a pretty girl that posts your face, like it's like bro, a man like me, I can post my face. I ain't high status yet. You think I'm gonna have business in my DM? Hell no. A girl like her, she like a solid 7, 8. She could even if you a 7, you could be a 5. Even how she looked back then, she could post a video of her. Dudes, I wouldn't say the N word, but dudes that don't get much, or dudes is just gonna be dudes at the end of the day. Just like if you have a girlfriend, bro, just cause she is yours, bro, don't mean people ain't not gonna shoot they shot, bro. Like maybe people like homeboys close to you, like they gonna respect her like a sister or whatever. Some, but you can't expect your girl. And the thing is, it's not really up to you, cause mate girl and your girl is only gonna turn her off. You should like fake have a liking to that, even though it kind of sucks not to. But it's really up to her to just cut that shit off, cause you can't really do much.
not to go super psychological on y'all,
And I said I was gonna really talk this video.
9 o'clock in the morning, look up the halo effect on Google and learn more about this. So now let's talk about what pretty privilege actually looks like. It's little subtle things that you wouldn't notice before. So for example, not being charged for that extra drink or dessert at a restaurant, having someone offer to put the air in your tires rather than see you struggle doing it. And you can tell me like, oh my God, Kelsey, like maybe people are just good, or maybe they're just doing a good deed. And I'm okay, I'm with you, they're doing a good deed, but why didn't they do that good deed when I was 257 pounds?
But you can't really say that, to be honest, cause like, or unless it's like a person you legit know, then maybe. But like, you can't just wanna go pump your gas or something, and then somebody come. Cause I remember I went to pump my gas. Some crackhead wanted to do my gas. I'm like, nah, bro, I got it. But I mean, yeah, but it is some news who lay down on the red carpet for pretty women, which they do make a point, but yeah, but you really got experience to like really know. I don't really experience this type of stuff though. But you know, like when you make it up, old girls that didn't mess with you back then, they gonna come around, try to hit you up or whatever. But
Why did all of a sudden all these good deeds start happening to me the moment I look like this? Because I went from like one
and the thing is, if you're a dude, you can't say that, because all they gonna do is like break away from you now. But a girl, you can say that.
good deed happening to me to a year to 10 of them happening to me in a week. That's not a coincidence. I'm sorry.
hey, if you've had pretty privilege like your whole life, can you stitch this and
Okay, but yes. So I work in the service industry, right? I'm a bartender. And if you were unaware, The way you look influences it a lot. Whether that's tips or how people treat you, it just does. And when I tell you that my whole life changed when I started getting help for my eating disorder, which resulted in weight gain after the pandemic, I really didn't expect this to make me cry, but people don't even look you in the eye anymore. They're not nice to you, especially men. Like, I would walk up and say, hey, how's it going? How are you? And I used to get, I'm doing really great, honey. How are you? Now it's a little more like, hey, how's it going? What can I get? 2 Coors Lights and a Bud Light. And for people saying that doesn't actually happen, please raise your hand if you would willingly like to live as a fat person. And the fact that no one raises their hand makes the point. And it just makes you feel hopeless. Like, am I ever going to be worth more than my looks?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of feel like out of shape after the pandemic, but I don't feel too big. But you really notice it in pictures and stuff. But I know to a T. What is that dog doing? I know to a T. If I get too big, then yes, go to the gym. But like, I kind of like the way I am right now. And because I like having no contact or nobody hitting me up. Cause like, what do you owe anybody? Not a damn thing.
Pretty privilege like your whole life. Can you stitch this?
I am way too fucking sensitive to be contributing to this. My hand is literally shaking, but I'm gonna try. I am also very aware that by fitting into the beauty standard and by being white, that I am a very privileged person. So none of this is to insinuate that my experience has been harder than other people's. Obviously fucking not. This is just some of what my experience has been living in this particular meat sack. All my life, almost every single time that I was acknowledged for something that wasn't my physical appearance, it was prefaced by the word actually. You're actually really smart. You're actually really funny. You're actually really nice. And that made me deeply insecure. That fully conditioned me to think that the things that I find valuable about myself are just invisible to other people. It never occurred to me that people's misunderstandings and preconceived notions about me were on them. I took that on and I was like, that's my fault. I'm not doing a good enough job at proving myself to people and I gotta do better. And funnily enough, the desperate need to feel seen and understood makes you very easily manipulated by the old men that are preying on you.
You've had pretty privilege like your whole life. Can you stitch this?
Yeah, girl, let's talk about it. So it's 100%.
Oh yeah, all right. I feel like I already know where she gonna go because I work in the warehouse and yeah, dudes, been they back from them warehouse women.
True that pretty privilege does exist, and yes, it is
And
absolutely
it definitely is a thing because like especially dudes at your like a female like dudes at the job they be trying so hard, but that's something you should never do as a dude. I mean, unless you have plans on leaving the job or something, maybe, but never start a relationship with someone you work with. Like, yeah. Like, even if it's just sleeping around, don't even do that, bro.
rude how when people find you attractive, they're generally just nice to you for that reason and that reason only. Until you are a woman.
Yeah, that's dudes all the time. But that's the thing, like a girl with an OF, you think that you have fans, it's dudes paying to see you half naked and they really want to, yeah. You think they really care about you? No, they want to, yeah. And then you get mad when you can't find the perfect dude. Like,
Woman in a power position who steps into a male-dominated industry. And then you might as well be carrying around a tray with coffee and snacks. Pretty privilege actually becomes nearly the opposite, at least in my experience. So I swear the logic is if you're pretty, you have nice hair, you have your makeup done, you have a nice outfit, you possibly could not be in a power position or have any intelligence whatsoever. So for me personally, I work in construction management on multi-million-dollar jobs, and I can't tell you how fun it is to have my emails ignored and people literally talk to my male coworker and just act like I am there to serve them. So yes, while pretty privilege is a thing, it can be switched in the opposite direction.
Hey, if you've had pretty privilege like your whole
unless
life,
you worked at a
can you
warehouse.
stitch this? And
Someone said it. Before anyone comes for me, I'm not calling myself
Bro, I'm falling on my knees for her. I mean, yeah, bro, she obviously experienced that.
pretty, but I used to be like a really ugly kid. Like laughing stock of the school, ugly. But asked if I was a boy, ugly. And people used to look at me the way that you look at someone who has food stuck in their teeth. And talk to me like I was disabled. Kind of grew into my features and that whole attitude changed. Anyone who grew up the ugly kid knows exactly what I'm talking about. Weird,
Yeah, I see this in a lot of girls from my school growing up.
but it's true.
hey, If
But
you
dudes
had
hate
pretty
anything
privilege like your
nowadays.
whole life, can you stitch this and
Hello. So I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about this because some of y'all be looking like IG models in real life, but here's my experience. So basically, this is how I look like throughout high school. No makeup, my hair's not really done. I haven't really changed much. So first, I'm going to talk about my experience with the guys. So basically, I've never gotten treated bad by a guy, and I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about guys that I'm just meeting or that are my friends. Hearing stories about these unconventionally attractive girls.
Okay, if you're a girl and legitimately want guy friends, you gonna have to like grow up around guys or something or some shit. Cause if you think you could just get guy friends with ease and they don't have no thoughts in their head, you are a clown. Like, and even it's the other way around. Like, somebody wants to do something with somebody. Like, I can't. I never like fully grasp that. Like, or it gotta be like someone gotta be like very unattractive for you to be friends with, or they gotta be a brat. I heard my mom say that the other day.
Talking about how guys disrespect them and look over them. It was mind blowing to hear because I've never had that experience ever. Guys are usually nice to me, and I would say 99% of my guy friends have either found me attractive or wanted to date me. I can usually get guys to do whatever I want if it's reasonable. Like if I need them to do this or that or give me money or whatever, like they'll do it. And now recently that I've started wearing makeup and posting on IG, I've had even more attention from guys that would overlook me in high school. Now they want me.
hey, if you've had pretty privilege like your whole life,
Okay, part 2 with how girls treat me. So I don't want to say it's the main reason.
Oh yeah, this shit always happen with girls. Girls always love double backing. Like, you don't never really see it in dudes. It's more so like a hatred thing. But girls love double backing. Like in my high school, used to be girls that would date the same dude and still be friends with each other. Like, it never, or they were like best friends and date the same dude. Like, it didn't make no sense to me.
But it's one of the reasons why I had a lot of guy friends growing up. Because I look the way I look, guys treated me nicely and girls didn't. I've had many instances where girls that were jealous of me and thought that I wanted to take their boyfriends when honestly it was the other way around. Usually it would be the guys that liked me and I didn't like them back. Maybe this is more of a me thing, but I've always felt like I've had to dim my light when I'm around other girls. Because what happens when I don't dim my light is that guys will try to get my attention and they'll completely overlook my friends. So now it's a different situation. I am friends with girls that uplift me, and I can't have guy friends because I just know that it's not a platonic friendship. They always have an agenda. And
At least she has smarts. Shit. At least she has fucking smarts. And I hate the dudes that really try to put themselves in these situations, knowing that you feeling like if something happens, she gonna fall back towards you, and you stay around for years on years. Like, bro, just say your motive, bro. Cause it used to be me in high school, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, it used to be me in high school, praying. Like it happened to me for like a whole year. Yeah, I was getting blocked and never talked to the girl again. But like, never do that as a dude, bro. It don't matter how good looking the girl is, bro.
on the other side of the spectrum, I also have girls that look to me almost as a leader because of how I look.
if you've had pretty privilege like your whole life,
Big sis,
put me on,
big sis.
First of all, not all men are the way I'm about to describe. In my 10 years of service, I have made some true friends, but they are rare, they're hard to find, and they're not always around. I benefit from pretty privilege in my line of work. I notice it. People often use a friendlier
No, I thought I could be a legitimate friend, like, to a girl. But then you hear him talk, you just be like, shut up.
tone of voice with me than they do with other people. But they don't want to be friends with
Nah, I'm around a fine girl. I'm telling them in this pop smoke, but it's like, huh? Hazley, lower your tone, or you can, huh? Huh?
with me. The faithful married ones don't want to spend time around me at all. The shady married ones want to spend too much time around me. The single ones sometimes become my friends, but they usually stop spending time with me once they get a girlfriend. And some men pretend to be my friend, but once I turn down their sexual advances, at the worst of times, this happens. I have pretty...
I'm not gonna speak on it.
Privilege.
But like, if you a dude and you getting that mad because she won't let you hit, bro, it's never that serious, yo. Okay, I don't want to keep these on the screen.
100%. But girl, I would trade in that friendly tone of voice for a real friend every single time.
But like, yeah, like, it is never. It's like, bro, that's the weakest thing you could do is put your hands on a woman, bro. Now, if she hitting you, you could dismantle her by holding her arms away or something. But, bro, never put your hands on the female, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure she a masculine female. She probably took with it, but that's crazy. Like, it's never worth it that hard, bro. Like, this shit crazy. That's the video. So now I know it's probably majority of dudes that watch it, but like, if you ever had like dude privilege, I don't know how to say it, but like I guess clout privilege, like dudes treating you like royalty, even though they ain't look at you like years ago or whatever, or they DM you like, yo, bro, let's hang out. Like I dare somebody ain't rock with this sex me that like, bro, you is not about to line me. You is not about to line me, bro. But shit. If you enjoy it, leave a like. Try to God out. Follow me on IG, man.